I haven't seen Chenyu Vale yet. I've been wanting to experience it in the quest. Quick moment. Going to take this one way down so we can, so I don't feel as bad about talking over them. I'm sorry. I want to talk too. Alright, where shall we begin? Eh? Is this... Have I accidentally started a world quest? Oh no, this is part of the story event. Okay. This is a nice... What is this? It's a good design. Some of the great designs they come up with for the main events quests makes me really wish there were more characters. Just so they could do something with it. Alright, new mechanics, new mechanics. Oh, is this... Okay, so is this just the equivalent of the... Wonderful, okay. This is just like... This is just like the... not the electroculi, what's it called? The electric trees in Inazuma. And they have similar grab points in Sumeru. Seems like every region past launch, they realized, okay, we need some more ways to traverse. Ah, look at this place. The colors. The kind of high saturation here makes it feel very different from the rest of Liyue. Feels more like a Mond or Inazuma type area, but the trees and the trees and the stones do have a much more Liyue vibe. Not to mention, of course, the architecture, but you can't see that from over there. Where is... Oh. Nice. I admire how every different area in Genshin looks different and unique. It's every different patch where we get a new area is a good patch in my opinion. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. Oh, this area is significant. Is of significant size. Okay. But that's for another time. For now, we will continue on our story quest. Oh. Let's try out the new guy. Nice. He is okay. Mini Zhao style. It's interesting. I think there's something to be said for unique characters who feel very different than the rest to play. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I don't want to use my main cast right now because I want to take advantage of him. Oh well. I do like I like how he has a little like sweater hoodie type thing. I wish more Genshin characters leaned into the kind of hybrid modern fantasy aesthetic that they had more in the beginning, because I feel like a lot of the characters we get now, they feel very at home in the kind of aesthetic that they belong to. They either belong, like many of the new Liyue characters feel wholly in a certain era. But I miss when they had designs like his his Liyue, still kind of fantasy, but he's got this type of sweater type hoodie. Chang'an has the same thing, and it's always just a delight to see. It's like, yeah, this is what modern clothes would look like in this kind of society. They wouldn't just stagnate. Although it makes sense for some characters, like of course the upcoming Cloud Retainer, to be wearing similar things that they would have hundreds of years ago. But just with so little time that they have to develop every character, that I just feel like it's good to character and world building. I feel like it's nice to front load it with little world building details like clothing. What is that thing on the map? I'm actually gonna pause for a moment because I want that bird. I'm sorry, Gumning. I know our mission is highly important, but you know what's more important? Bird. Let's go. Sorry. We can go back to serious matters now. We've known him for 2 minutes, and he already knows how to handle Paimon. Wonderful. The Genshin. not to be a Paimon myself, but the Genshin food makes me hungry. I like how on the website sometimes they'll release a real recipe for the food, because it's all inspired by real life dishes, except for like the slime dish. Don't worry. I'm enjoying seeing it. I'm talking myself, and not to mention I'll be exploring every little bit of it, hunting down for treasure chests later. wonder where this is taking us. It's going to be in the uncovered portion of the map. Alright. Where are we? Oh, okay. That's not that far from where we just were. Or... I guess it is pretty far. Okay, never mind. The fun thing about them adding expansions to old areas is that it makes the discrepancies kind of large. Like, this is supposed to be a small wharf, right? Liyue Harbor is supposed to be the big one. But you can see such a large city. And of course the reason for this is because they've got the team has gotten more experienced and gotten more resources. But it is kind of amusing. Look at oh wow, look at that. Okay. Ah, that fog. That's really nice. That looks so good. Oh, look at this place. That's incredible. But yeah, this place does feel more akin to, say, Sumeru City or the Court of Fontaine in terms of scale, as opposed to being a little small town that it's supposed to be. Also, Mondstadt dying in the distance. One of the major city of one of the 7 nations. Mood. Stealth gameplay? Wait, actually for real? Okay. It's very funny that they're not recognized considering the whole NPC versus PC situation going around here. Like, how do you not recognize your grandson? He's the only one wearing neon clothes. You know, we could just distract him, right? I like the... stone aesthetic of this city is so nice. I have my criticisms of Genshin, but the team that builds the world and landscape, I admire them very much. About 10 minutes. I like how he says it's for a kid. I mean, it could be for a kid. But I feel like they'd want to tie in the other characters. It's 90% chance that Cloud Retainer is involved. That is the opposite of a kid. How old is the main character exactly? Aren't they at least 500 years old? Sorry that I keep messing with the settings. Let me just turn this all down as well. I do like the audio. The theme for the wharf is, well, audio team doesn't tend to fail. But I wanna speak with you all. I don't want to feel bad about constantly talking over all the good parts of the game. If you wanted the game by itself, you could just play the game. Oh, was I supposed to do her story quest first? Whoops! I thought... Here I thought this quest was supposed to be her introduction. My bad. It's a shame that they tell us, okay, here's Cloud Retainer's flaws. We walked up to her. Of course not. That's not true. The game should ditch Paimon more. Does she even have money? No, she's just like Zhongli. Someone get Grandpa and Grandma away from the market. They are spending all of their pension. Their retirement funds are going down the drain. I mean, I would argue, I think in modern science, modern engineering, modern inventing, then having a group of people, hundreds of people working on the same task and making own their own progress and cooperating with each other, they'll make a lot more progress within 10 years than one person working for 1,000 years would, I think. That's why any modern scientist, even if they aren't as smart as the geniuses of the Renaissance era, then they are helping to accomplish a lot more because they're part of an organized system. Well, that is of course ignoring the fact that everything's building on the stuff that the ancient geniuses did, but it's all part of the same thing. Her desire to be an individual iconoclast who works alone and has her own systems. Actually, I can see I can see that as an interesting plot beat where she tries to single-handedly do everything and compete against the progress of hundreds of years of leeway industry with her adepti intelligence. It would be hard to balance though, because you want to make her cool, but you don't want to make her the coolest. You know, you run into like the Iron Man Tony Stark problem. So I think they called it the Reed Richard problem back before the MCU. It's like you run into some problems if you have super inventors who can who are more intelligent than the combined might of everyone else in the setting. But you also don't want to have them be lame and not be able to be relevant to the story. All right, it's been a fun introduction to the quest. I I'll see you all next time as we continue our Lantern Rite quest. We talk more with all our wonderful friends and see this more of this interesting city. Have a good day and a good new year, everybody.